This time of year, a lot of people are being told, you should start an IRA or contribute to an IRA. And it begs the question, well, what exactly is an IRA? Well, an IRA, as sanctioned by the IRS and our federal laws, is an individual retirement arrangement, not account, arrangement technically, there's some trivia for you, but it is a type of account. It is not an investment in itself, meaning I don't invest in an IRA. You put investments into an IRA, and it is a tax advantaged account that actually protects some of the taxation that could be levied on those investments. So you put investments into an IRA and it allows those investments to take on less taxes, therefore allowing you to keep more of your earnings that those investments provide. So it is not an investment in itself. Now, IRAs are known for their requirements or negatively restrictions that allow limited access maybe to your options within that type of an account. Now there are so many different types of IRAs that all these restrictions vary on the exact type of IRA you're looking at. But generally speaking, they all share this in common. Number one, they're going to limit what types of investments you put into an IRA. Now you can't do something like, oh, I've got an old classic antique car and it's going to increase in value, I want to put it in my IRA, title it in my IRA's name. You probably can't do that. But what we find is most of the investments that typical investors want access to can be put in that IRA for some tax advantage protection. You also have limited amounts you can actually put into the IRA. Each year there's restrictions and they do increase with inflation, but how much you can put into an IRA is restricted and varies from year to year and type of IRA. And finally, you have very limited access to the funds you put into the IRA. You do have access, it can just become very expensive because if you do not use those funds in the way that the IRS or the law says, then they can levy you with not only the tax you would have paid, but a 10% penalty that would be much easier and much more efficient to avoid altogether. So if you don't abide by those requirements, 10% extra is going to tax and to the government. But all that said, all those restrictions, if used correctly, if used with those things in mind and you're educated, an IRA can be a really beneficial tool because it can allow you and your family to keep more of the income you earn to enhance your after-tax income. And when you do that, we've talked about, you actually have a bigger tool, a bigger shovel to start working to build your goals, your values, spending money your way instead of letting it go to your biggest expense, taxes normally. So think about that and think about how an IRA might be useful to you, your family, and your goals.